With you until 2 o'clock. Hour from Bama 247. Bama's off, but always a good conversation with Mike Rodak about the SEC and what else is going on. We'll do Bet It or Forget It at 12:30. Kyle Parmalee will be on the show at 1 o'clock. Man, it's hard to believe, Landrum, that we are halfway through the high school.
Every year it seems like it goes fast.
It will be taking. It's a very good team. They have had a Region 3 heading to getting ready for tomorrow as the UAB, the Tennessee Volunteers. See where the weather's going to be nice for you. A little bit warmer than you would like this time of the year.
I don't know if I'm calling it, because now 85 clear and sunny, just it might as well be 100. Because we've had a little bit of cool weather at night, and so it feels just that much hotter. But, yeah, it should be interesting tomorrow. Hopefully everybody stays healthy. I think last check, Tennessee's a 40-point favorite.
That is correct, yes. Tennessee is 40-point favorite at home against the UAB Blazers. I did see where there's a chance of some thunderstorms rolling in during the Auburn game, the Auburn-Oklahoma game. So, and that part of the world, when they get storms and they get thunderstorms, whoo.
I've had my weather delays for the year. Had that in Navy, so no more weather delays. I'm good.
Yeah, they're actually calling for a chance of heavy thunderstorms late in the game. And speaking of
That's not going to slow down Lamar Jackson Arnold.
Speaking of that game last night, we got another availability report. The good news for Auburn, Amaris Williams is now upgraded to questionable. So that's good news. We still got tons of offensive linemen that is on the list for Oklahoma, so we'll see how many of those guys. Most of them are backups. Their center is out for the year, but a lot of other guys are still listed as questionable or probable. But meanwhile, the Thursday report only had Darrell Robinson as the only Auburn player definitely out. So that is good, and you'll get one more progress report on that as that comes up tomorrow. 1-800-239-WJOX, 205-834-9450. That is the number that you would like to text into the program, brought to you by Courtesy GMC. Last night in the NFL, another rough night for Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins. They lose 31-21. Dolphins played a really good game. They were tied 21-21 late. The defense appeared to have held the Bills, but then, unfortunately, the penalty on the punt, kept the drive alive, and then Buffalo took the lead, and then Tua's interception with 3 minutes left.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. President. I did not say his name right, and I apologize for that. Tua's interception with 3 minutes left in the game. That sealed the Miami loss. It was Tua's 10th interception in 10 games against the Bills.
Yeah, Tua looked really good in the first half. He was able to answer. It seemed like every time that Miami was going to go away, they answered the bell. And I texted Conrad. I said, Tua looks really good right now. And about 10 minutes later is when he threw the interception in the second half.
Here's a fun fact that I came up with to make myself feel better last night. Tua has the same record against the Bills that Georgia does against Alabama in their last 10 games.
You know what though, and it's not just a Tua problem. It's a Dolphins problem. Golly, I saw 14 out of the last 15 matchups the Bills have won.
Yeah, that is their kryptonite, and I don't know what the odds are right now. I'd be interested to take a look, but I have to imagine that Mike McDaniel would be at the top of the list of NFL coaches to be fired. I don't think he makes it out of the season.
Side note from the game, I don't know why it was a revelation to me last night, but the Bills' white helmet with that uniform combination, I think that's going to be a top 5 for me, NFL.
Very clean look.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I was never a fan of the red ones.
I kind of liked the red ones back in the day, but the white looks better.
I like the white better. The white and the blue are
with the more modern Buffalo Bills logo.
Yes.
It's a clean look.
It is.
Tua finishes with 146 yards last night. Josh Allen, 3 touchdown passes. James Cook, man, he was running all over.
I love
Miami's
watching him
defense
play.
last night. He had 108 yards rushing. And Miami's defense over the last few years, I believe I read this was only the second or third 100-plus yard rusher that Miami has given up in like the last 2 seasons. So they've been really stout against the run.
The stat that they showed on James Cook last night, yards after contact, and you just watch him run. You're not going to bring him down with just one tackle. He's really good after contact.
Miami is 0-3 for the second time in the last 10 years. So we'll see if they want to make a change. Did you catch any of the Rice-Charlotte game last night?
I saw just a second of it.
Good for you. Tell me all about it.
It was
Rice won.
Mm-hmm.
I did read that Rice won 28-17.
What was their quarterback's final stats? Did he have over 83 passing yards? Did he have more than 83 passing yards? That's what I need to know.
Oh, did you have some Prize Picks action going on?
I didn't. No, I didn't. But that was one of the projections last night. It was the only college football projection.
Well, I knew he threw for a touchdown and he ran for another. And then they had a running back go for 73 yards.
The Rice quarterback? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, Chase Jenkins.
He had 87 passing yards.
Ha ha! He went more than the projected total.
How many did he rush for?
71.
Okay.
And he had one passing and one rushing touchdown.
So how about this stat? Rice has opened now 3-1 on the season for the first time in 24 years. And their head coach, Scott Abel, is the first coach to have 3 wins in his first 4 games of a career at Rice since 1967.
That's pretty impressive.
So as you can tell, Rice has just not been very productive in the last 55 years.
No. Good baseball school.
Good academics.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not very good at football.
No.
So tonight you've got Tulsa, another school not very good at football. They're 1-2, taking on another school that's not been very good at football the last couple of years, and that's Oklahoma State.
That actually could be a really good game.
Oklahoma State is 11.5-point favorite. That's a 6:30 kickoff. And then we've got Big Ten action at 7 o'clock tonight. The Iowa Hawkeyes, 2-1, opens their Big Ten play against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in Piscataway.
Woo!
We taking the over, Molly?
Absolutely not.
Rutgers is 3-0 on the season, and they are a slight favorite against Kirk Ferentz and the Hawkeyes.
Good, they should be.
They're a 2.5-point favorite. So I think that's a Fox game at 7 o'clock. Tulsa and Oklahoma State. That will be on the ESPN family of networks.
You said you're looking at it, Rutgers is a 2.5-point favorite?
That was earlier this morning.
Well, see, I'm looking, and this is ESPN, but
It's
they have
changed?
Iowa as a 1.5-point favorite.
Okay.
So that's
significant.
interesting.
Well, that might have been some form of
What are they doing up there in Big Ten country, Molly?
I don't know.
What kind of collusion is that?
No,
I'm looking at the
I was a
total.
state where integrities had to get in there, and
That's
you got to watch them.
right.
I forgot. Does the Big Ten do availability reports?
Yeah.
They do? Okay. Maybe,
So is Rutgers quarterback hurt or something?
perhaps so.
Where was Bohannon's guy that placed the bet? Was he in Iowa or was
No,
he
he was in
Cincinnati?
Ohio. He was in Ohio.
Oh.
He was at a Cincinnati Reds game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There goes that theory.
Yeah. Just that whole scenario of walking up to a booth. Oh, so you want to put a bet on the Reds game? How about Alabama LSU baseball? Okay. Sure.
Iowa -2 right now is what betonline.ag is showing.
So now it's 2. Wow.
Mhm.
That's a big
Sure is.
Oklahoma State
Shift.
-9.5.
Okay.
It was just like the Nebraska-Michigan line keeps going down. Nebraska's only a 1.5-point underdog now.
Man, that game is so smelly.
Mm. Yeah, it smells like a win.
It was Molly's first year on the show where I think I took Nebraska plus it was a whole bunch of points and they still didn't cover.
Yeah.
Okay. This would be the signature win though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, they rushed
What's-
the field.
I mean, I would hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised.
What's the best win that you can think of that Matt Rule's had at this point?
Maybe Wisconsin last year because it was the first time in a decade that we reached a winning season and got to go to a bowl game.
And that was a garbage Wisconsin team. So
It
this
was,
would
yeah.
this would definitely be a big one. We'll go and get it.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
picking the corn. So
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
counting on you guys.
It also, if Nebraska beats Michigan, it'll be our first ranked win in a very, very long time.
We are setting this up for just a big old stink burger on Monday, aren't we, Pat?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
serious question. Have y'all won a ranked game in the last 5 years?
No.
Wow. 10 years? Surely in the last 10 years.
Doubt it. 2016. So 9.
It's been
Wait, that was the last time
2016?
the last time they beat a ranked opponent?
Yeah. According to the Nebraska public media,
Who was it?
Well, I'll trust them.
it was actually Oregon.
Wow. Was that when Helfrich was there?
Maybe.
Wow.
The last time
9
Nebraska beat a
years.
ranked team in a true road game was 2011. Go Big Red.
Wow. Did not realize that.
Sorry, Molly. Hope it goes well tomorrow.
Hey, at least it's a home game.
That's right. That's right.
'em.
9 years.
I'm just trying to think.
I love being a Husker.
Okay,
It's just so fun.
Seriously, will the fans storm the field if they beat Michigan tomorrow, you think?
I mean,
I just don't know like how big. Like it's
Right.
big, but
it's big, but I just
is it that big?
Again, I would hope not,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Big opportunity.
Wow, Beyonce released her album Lemonade in 2016.
Well, there you go.
That was a good album.
It's been a minute.
So tomorrow's SEC action begins bright and early at 11 a.m. as Arkansas will be taking on Memphis there at the Liberty Bowl. UAB Tennessee, that's an 11:45 kick here in Birmingham. You can hear the pregame show starting at 10:45 here on Jocks. Tulane at Ole Miss, that's a 2:30 kickoff Central Time. Big one over in Norman, Auburn, and Oklahoma. Then later on in the afternoon, you've got Northern Illinois visiting Mississippi State, South Carolina at Mizzou. That's the 6 o'clock game there in Columbia, Missouri. Florida at Miami, that's a 6:30 kick down in South Florida. Georgia State at Vanderbilt, that's a 6:30 kick. You can see that on ESPNU. Southeast Louisiana will take on LSU. We'll see if LSU will get the running game going and see if Brian Kelly chews out anybody else from the media after
Can you
that
score
game.
30 points for the first time this season? That's kind of crazy we're saying that.
And Sam Houston State will take on Texas. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff on ESPN Plus and SEC Plus. And we'll see if Arch Manning will get out of the basement in regards to statistically being the worst accurate quarterback in the SEC. He's currently last at 55%.
Conrad, you said it's not just statistical. It's eye test as well,
He's
right?
the 15th best quarterback in the SEC right now.
Okay, 15th.
So you got Kentucky's worse?
Yeah, between Calzada and
Who's the other guy?
Bowling, something like
Bowley,
that.
I think.
Bowler.
Mm.
Yeah.
Speaking of quarterbacks, it appears that Trinidad Chambliss, he is going to get another start, his second start for the Ole Miss Rebels against Tulane. Austin Simmons, who opened the season as the Rebels starting quarterback, he continues to work through an ankle injury. So all expectations are is that Chambliss will get another go as the starting quarterback. And then you got LSU next week.
So let's say that Trinidad Chambliss goes out there, looks like he did last week, had a really strong performance. Even if Austin Simmons is healthy, do you think Ole Miss has to stick with him for the LSU game?
No.
You don't think so?
No, because Lane Kiffin was really quick before we knew the status of Austin Simmons to say, Austin, I expect Austin to be our starter on Saturday. So even after last week's performance, he was ready to put him back in. But you say you couple that, back it up with another
Yes,
great
back-to-back.
performance against a good Tulane team, certainly gives you something to think about. Or it might just become a case where Austin Simmons, the next time he's healthy, he starts a game,
Short leash.
throws a couple of picks, and then it's Trinidad's job. It's a cool first name, Trinidad.
It is a really cool name.
Yep. So Ole Miss is currently still right at a 2-touchdown favorite against Tulane.
That's a weird one. We got it better, forget it.
Yep.
Well, the element, don't let it affect your home and family. Keep them comfortable with an affordable Train cooling system. They've been recognized as America's most trusted brand for 11 consecutive partner here at Jocks. So go and find a comfort specialist near you at train.com.
We'll have some blue plays coming up at the bottom of the hour. Next hour, Mike Rodak from Bama 247. High school ball later on in the program. A lot on this Football Friday. Thanks for tuning us in. This is You know, we told you yesterday afternoon that the SEC was set to announce the 3 opponents, the rivalry opponents, for the next 4 years coming up next week. And the SEC made it official earlier this morning. They said that they will announce the years for every SEC school in a 1-hour television special, SEC Now, 2026 through 29 football opponents reveal. It will be scheduled at 7 o'clock Eastern on the SEC network. It will be hosted by Alyssa Lang. There will be commentary from former Auburn national championship winning coach Gene Chizik, Paul Feinberg, former Alabama standout quarterback Greg McElroy, and Super Bowl champion Benjamin Watson will all be part of the program. That will be 6 o'clock Birmingham time.
So we talked about it. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a lot. But I guess the belief being for Alabama, right, you're going to get Auburn, Tennessee, LSU. Auburn would be Alabama, Georgia, and Vanderbilt. Are we still thinking that's going to be the case? Do we think maybe there's some room for variation there?
What did Lee Corso used to say a lot on his show on game day?
Not so fast, my friend.
That's what I heard yesterday afternoon. Not so fast, my friend.
They complaining about LSU.
So
Saban's message has continued throughout the Alabama athletic department. Everybody wants that Mississippi State game. I would too. Pretty lopsided.
We'll see how that works out.
What is it? 87 wins to like 13?
And it took them like 10 years to score in Tuscaloosa a touchdown.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a game I would want to add.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's Auburn, Tennessee, LSU, or if it's Auburn, Tennessee, Mississippi State. There's been a lot of conversation out there in the hinterland about Alabama's next opponent over the next few years. And Mike Rodak brought it up a couple weeks ago on this program because I asked him about it. And he said that, you got to keep this in mind. And a lot of people forget about this. And I know they're using a formula just like they did 2 years ago. The formula, they analyze every team's record over a certain amount of time, and they come up with different tiers. And so you're playing one team in tier 1, team 2, and tier 2, and then tier 3. The closest distance between 2 Southeastern Conference schools is Mississippi State and Alabama. I know a lot of people forget about that. And they played a lot of football against each other. So I know people will mock that and say, oh, you're giving up LSU for Mississippi State. And that might not be the case. But if it is, to me, you can make a case that it's Mississippi State over LSU.
So for what it's worth, all-time, Alabama and LSU, Alabama has 57 wins, 27 losses, 5 ties. Alabama, Mississippi State, 88 wins, 17 losses, 3 ties, and they have won 16 straight games against the Bulldogs.
Well, and I know you're not saying this. And for familiarity and the people that make that drive when they play in Starkville, and you got a lot of friends and family that maybe cross over. But anybody who makes the argument of logistics and saving money on travel, don't give me that argument anymore. That goes out the window. I went out the window when you expanded to Norman, Oklahoma, even before that, to College Station, Columbia, Missouri.
See, the interesting part to me will be if LSU's not on Alabama's schedule for the next 4 years, then who does LSU replace Alabama with on their schedule? That is what I can't really figure out yet.
Because we would assume they're probably getting Arkansas.
LSU's going to get Ole Miss, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. Ole Miss, Arkansas, and
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M?
Probably. But then you look at Arkansas, the 3 that was discussed before, that was Texas, Ole Miss, and Missouri.
That's why I just think of it still as the SEC West. That's where it gets really, really jumbled.
It does.
Because it's easy for us as people who watch the SEC, but we're not thinking about some of those ties and games that go back from the whatever it was, the Big 8 or the Southwest.
Well, let's say Missouri wasn't in the conference, right? It'd be pretty simple, right? You would have Texas A&M would play Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, right? And those would just all be their permanent opponent. Like, that would make the most sense. But then you throw Missouri in there, and it makes it a little.
So let me ask you, do you think more LSU fans would be upset with dropping Alabama, or more Alabama fans upset that they're not playing LSU?
Oh, that's a good question. I think there would be a part of the Alabama fan base that would be upset because it has become it's a rivalry game in a lot of ways. But I certainly think you'd also look at the new world of college football the last couple of years and go, yeah, we'll take the Mississippi State game. I think LSU fans, I think publicly they would say they were mad, but secretly deep
Yeah.
down they would be like, "Thank God we don't have to play Alabama every year." But they would never
Well,
want to publicly acknowledge
And
that.
same, I think you would get Alabama fans publicly denouncing it. No, we want LSU every year. And then privately, we got Mississippi
But what
State.
happens if it's listed on Tuesday? You're not going to get the full schedule. You're just going to get who their
The permanent
rivals,
opponents,
yeah,
yeah.
are going to be. What if, okay, LSU's not listed, but then when the schedule comes out, they're still
still-
playing LSU.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. But I do agree with what you're saying because I'll be the first person to say, from a competitive standpoint, I love the Alabama LSU game. But if you're telling me I can play LSU or Mississippi State every year, I'm going to take the easier opponent.
Yeah, law of averages and looking ahead, I'll take that matchup with Mississippi State
Yup.
every year.
And by the way, these teams that we've been discussing, the SEC never officially recognized that was a legitimate list of teams. I mean, I know I tweeted out the entire list once it came out that the SEC was going to move to 9 games, and a lot of people nationally jumped on that. That was not something official from the Southeastern Conference. That is based on various reports and various people that I have talked to throughout this process. That's what I, myself, the list that I came up with based on all the information that had been given to me. Now I'm just hearing in the last 24 hours that maybe it's not a so-called air quotes done deal that Alabama and LSU is going to play every year.
Well, yeah, it's not like, and look, appreciate what he does. It's not like SEC Mike came up with this list of teams and decided who was going to play. Because everybody else has kind of taken that narrative since the original report of here's an idea of what it could look like and written a lot of stories about it. So there's got to be credence to it.
Sure. And so Tuesday night we'll find out for sure.
And some of them are easy. That makes sense.
Yeah, and as far as Auburn goes, I've heard nothing that would make me think that it's not going to be Alabama, Georgia, Vanderbilt.
And the good news for Auburn fans, Diego Pavia, he says he's not playing another year.
So you won't see him.
You got to take on Blaze next year. Whatever his last name is.
Oh, yeah.
His backup.
There's backup quarterback.
Who
Blaze.
gave up women.
That's right, the one that gave up women.
Yeah, gave up women in
That's
the
right.
summer.
That's why he's playing better.
Yeah.
What are we're going to call him? Call him the
Does he have red hair? I feel like you could do something with
Oh.
that.
that'd be good.
Yeah,
Is Blaze fast?
he better be. He's no Garrett Nussmeier.
You're going to be eating your words come Saturday night when
He runs for 100 yards on Southeastern Louisiana School for the Blind. Yeah, it'll be great.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
No, I did not. I know that there were some.
That's a lot to put on a helmet.
It really is. I guess they use it initials.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for that.
Just FTB underneath.
And see, that was your
The
well,
SELA.
no, never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to
Yeah.
say Conrad's response to that would be.
Yep.
Tell you during the break.
Yep. Oh, I knew.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
I'm done. I said what I needed to say.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Are you seeing cracks in your foundation? Are your doors and windows sticking? These aren't just minor problems. They could be bigger problems if you're a homeowner. Call Alabama Professional Services, 205-951-9717. They can fix your foundation. They can even tackle that sinking driveway or patio with their fast and clean poly-level system. So call them today, 205-9717, or visit alabamaprofessional.com. APS has been protecting Alabama homes since 1977. Today. Call them. Go to their website, alabamaprofessional.com.
The coach, Wimp Sanderson, his blue plates. Wimp was 1-1 last week. Who's he with this week?
So now he's 3-2.
Yes. The coach joins us next on Three Man Front.
It is brought to you by Craneworks. Not really sure how many blue plates we'll get from him, but should be
determined. He is determined to have a winning weekend. The coach in just a moment. Our friends at Stark want to remind you that fall is almost here. The temperatures are still hot outside, so before we get the cooler weather, that means stinging bugs, biting insects. You don't need that inside of your house, outside of your house, or at your place of business. Our friends at Stark, they've been family-owned for over 61 years. They're here to help. You can call them today for the free home or business pest inspection, 855-STARK now, or go to starkexterminators.com. One of their great team members come out to your home, your place of business, inspect it thoroughly inside and out, customs for you, and look for any problems that could arise down the road. Once again, Stark Exterminators, 855 from Three Man Front, and Jock sent you.
Works and Coach Wimp Sanderson, a winning combination every Friday here on Three Man Front.
Lift it, load it, grade it, grind it, move it, haul it, rig it, dig it, Craneworks, yeah, the big dog's got it.
Wimp Sanderson on Three Man Front, brought to you by Craneworks. Lifted, rented, the big dog's got it. And now, Wimp Sanderson.
Ask you this: glass half full or half? Well, the reason
I know.
Is it half full or half empty? But so that's
ridiculous. Won that thing. That's ridiculous. Actually,
no. It's exactly what Landrum.
and by the way, you today, it's you every other year. You're leaving. You're in this. Again.
We want it every year, Coach.
LSU anymore.
Well,
I think you're.
That's the third team at Auburn.
Yep.
I think you three might be flying. No.
Can we run with?
Grief. Notre Dame to Auburn scheduled too. Goodness. They get Lane Kiffin at the end.
Lane Kiffin. He's making too much money. To the goal. Yeah. Well, Alabama and Florida and Georgia.
Yeah.
And
then some years Texas and Oklahoma and LSU, and that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
That would be a mess. I mean, I don't know what else to talk about today because everybody's excited about the cotton picking Georgia game. It's 5 more shows away.
Hey, I've got something I wanted to ask you, Coach, and it has to do with basketball. Good. Did you see the story that was making the rounds yesterday about Mark Pope and Louisville's Pat Kelsey? Did you see that story?
No, I did not. Tell me.
Okay, so this is what happened. So recently, there's a 5-star kid out of Kentucky who plays, I think, some travel ball out of Atlanta. His name is Tay Kenny. And so both and talked to the kid. But Pope was running late, and so Kelsey got tired of waiting. And so Kelsey went on in to meet with the kid and the family, and then Pope showed up, and Pope was pissed off. And then Pope and Kelsey basically got into almost came to fisticuffs at this kid's house. So my question is, Did you ever run into a situation like that, either yourself or your coaches, maybe showing up at somebody's house to recruit, and maybe they had words with an opposing coach?
We never went at midnight to start with. It was waiting on. I'm gonna do late turns left. I ain't doing. I go biggest y'all because your mama went to the big America to get in SWAT. And in there, and it was cars. Mama had a little. Mama had a list. She went something from Walmart. This 5 or 6 days. I still got the list somewhere here. And every time she could hardly name out. She didn't know a basketball from base fiddle. And so I said yes to every one of them. It wasn't nothing, wasn't anything. And so we're waiting around. I've recruited, I would say, 38 years, a long time. He never showed up to the official visit. He doesn't show. He just don't show. It's a no-show. And I got Bartow to fight, and he's doing everything he can. Sonny's in it a little bit, but Gene Bartow's in it. Gene Bartow's got the name. I ain't got no name. I ain't got no big name. They mad because I got the job. So you talk about a Booker Bear mess. That was a mess. I walked up the sidewalk and I told my assistant, I said, how the crap, Leroy, are we going to get this guy and don't even show up for the official visit? And we had to do some trickery and deceit to get him, but we got him. So that ain't a real great story, but that's a true story.
Well, I was just curious
Mama didn't
because
have much.
when I saw that story about these two coaches, but I agree with you, and I have no idea why it was so late. I don't know if it was because of the dead period. I'm not really sure. But Pope was supposed to be there first, and he was running late. And the Louisville head coach was like, "Screw that! Like I'm going in. I'm not waiting on this."
If they got to wait on, Sonny,
No.
wait on Gene Bartow, I'd have gone in there and I locked the door where he couldn't get in.
No, one thing, Mark Pope's 6'10", and Kelsey was a point guard, so
I like Pope in that one.
Mark Pope gets some players. He's getting
better
some
be
players,
efficient with
but,
those punches.
Yeah. Because when everybody thinks Kentucky, when we play Kentucky and we're fortunate enough to beat them at their place, the SEC championship, that's one of the biggest wins we ever had. Because when you went up to Kentucky, you played 8 of them. Those 3 officials were 3 of them. They were going to take care of Kentucky. So that's the way it went anyway in basketball. So basketball recruiting is a really interesting thing. I know we're not talking about that now with all these football games going on, but it is a very, very difficult thing to do. Because when Coach Bryant said we're not going to be playing UAB in anything, and I ended up getting the job, it was a mess. And you talk about the riders enjoying it. They rolled my little Sandy out. So anyway. Football wise, I don't know if you got it. That's a good question though, because it gave me something to talk about. But what do you think?
I'm in agreement with you 1,000%. I mean, it's Mark Pope's fault for not being there when he was supposed to. If this kid was, he's the 15th best basketball recruit in this class. And if you're not there at midnight when you said you were going to be there, I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm all for Kelsey doing what he did.
I can't believe that time of night.
Yeah, what are they doing at midnight?
Well, like I said, I don't know enough about basketball dead periods.
Yeah.
And maybe the dead period was ending.
That's like some creepy Jim Harbaugh stuff. Didn't he have a spend the night deal or something with a recruit one time? I think he did. Anyways.
I was on the way to Birmingham yesterday, and my tire blew out. And it blew out, and I could hardly get it off the road. And they were flying by me. and I didn't know what I couldn't. I can't turn on the light, but let's fix my tire. I don't know what to do. And the guy stops and helps me, and I can't thank him enough because he saved my life. So I come back. And the only reason I'm saying this is I'm coming back to a place Walmart to get my tire fixed. I'm in a mess, and I look up and there's Leon Douglas.
Oh my goodness!
Y'all remember Leon? I played for
Yeah.
And Leon and I were always good friends. He played good for us, and so we started talking. Leon back then, Leon wouldn't sign the national letter of intent. He would sign the conference letter, which meant that 9 schools couldn't get him. We only had a 10-team league. It's kind of interesting to some of our people. 9. So, but if you didn't sign the national letter, anybody in America could get him. And George Ravley, who just passed away the day before yesterday, was a minority guy who came in there and shot pool with him all the time. And we were hurting because we was afraid we was going to lose him. And he would take his mama fishing. And we were struggling like crazy to try to get him. So we got to laughing about that. So I found out that his brother would help us if his brother could get a car. Well, I can't buy no car. We ain't in the car business back then. But I got a buddy that owned a car dealership. So he was in Chattanooga. So we drove up to Chattanooga. I was telling you, Leon, didn't even know it. And went to his brother's house. Said, "You need to help us." And he said, "The only thing I want you to do for me is get me. Can you believe this? Get me a car at cost." Huh. I gave you a car at cost. You better believe it. And we got him a car at cost. That's any time they get him 5 cars. No, tell you what, we got to book a car at cost. So I thought that was a great story. I said, "Leon, do you know that?" He said, "No, I didn't know it." I said, "Well, you wouldn't sign the cotton picking national letter." And so we was dead. All right. Now, y'all heard all that, though you want to hear. All right. This week, you think I'm going to pick I want to pick a game where I think you're going to win money if you're a gambler.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't picking no great game just because it's whatever. Everybody's saying, we pick Oklahoma because quarterback is going back home and it's going to be a heck of a game. But it's a 7.5 point game, isn't it? I'm scared of that cotton picking game, and I'm scared of the South Carolina game, and I'm scared of Miami and Florida. So who'd y'all think I picked?
Maryland and Wisconsin. Maryland and Wisconsin.
I picked Northern Illinois and Mississippi State. Will that turn you on?
Oh, wow.
That's the reason I said gambler. That's the reason I knew you guys were going to snore on me.
You're 3-2, Coach. Be bold here. What are you doing?
I knew y'all were going to look at each other and roll your eyes.
I'll tell you
I told these guys I'm trying to make them money. 21.5 points.
It's a lot of points.
I think that's a lot of points. But they beat Alcorn State 6-3.
That is true.
I think he likes to run up the score. Now, very good offensive coordinator. And I think you look at it pretty much, they played Maryland decently. Illinois State did. But I just think of all the other games, I don't know games. And then this may be too. And if it do, Random is going to call me and bust me behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, he was dogging you off there yesterday. That's why he texted you.
Yeah, oh yeah. You can't.
So disappointed, Coach.
He worked for Sonny and I. Sonny don't know where he is. He's on my show today. And, so anyway, yeah, he's looking for himself. He eats every Friday night. He eats with the Gummers. They get the Gummer food. Yeah. The Gummers don't even know who they're playing. But it don't make any difference. Sonny does. If they play a home game, Sonny parks cars. But there's only one problem. Jan takes up the money that Sonny never sees. So Sonny's so dumb he lets somebody else take up the money. Okay, forget that. Anyway.
All right, so you like Northern Illinois or Mississippi State? You like Mississippi State to cover?
I like Mississippi State.
Okay, 21.5.
I like Mississippi State.
Okay.
21.5, and next week y'all are going to wear me out.
Yes, we are.
This game. Yeah, because you're saying. Let me ask you something. Do you want me to pick a game that everybody just loves that game, or can I get one where I think you can win money gambling?
No,
No, I'm about winning.
Winning.
I don't
yes.
care if it's a MAC game, Coach. If we can win,
Oh,
let's
right,
do
right.
it.
Well,
Let's
I feel
go.
better about it then.
Yes.
Well,
I would
didn't-
stay away
thought
from the
that-
MAC,
thought maybe
Coach.
y'all. Oh, don't worry, I'm staying with the MAC. Yeah, I'm staying. I don't
No,
know.
wait. Until
I
he
don't
kicks
know.
off on Tuesday nights, then it's a whole different animal.
Are y'all going? Are y'all doing Tennessee UAB game?
Yes, we are.
Yep, I'm heading up there this afternoon.
He's heading there, and I'll be in studio. We'll do.
Well, that's a lot of points. I looked at that, but it's a lot.
Hey, it's down to 39, Coach. As we speak, it just dropped a point within the
Took the
last
half
30
off.
minutes.
Congratulations, took the half off. That half will kill your fanny.
Yes,
I
it
got
will.
a half on that. Instead of making it 21, that half makes it 28. You know that.
Yep.
So it's scary. But I think that y'all are going to be, this time next week, y'all are going to be bragging on me. When the show comes on at the top of the hour, you're
Yep.
going to tell everybody you got me on the show.
That's right. And you're 4-2
Yeah,
after this weekend.
And if I don't win, I won't turn it on to real life.
You're back to 500 with a loss this weekend. This is a big weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got it. Crane Works brings me. I know y'all won't be off here. Crane Works is the very best. They do. They'll break it. They'll tear it down or build it up. Either one you want them to do. All over Birmingham and Huntsville now and down in Mobile, and they do a great job. Rental Works. You can rent stuff from them, and they'll bring an operator out there with the equipment and help you run the outfit and do whatever you need to do to get everything straight while you're sweeping, cleaning the building. So go by Crane Works. Tell them you heard this Goober little show on 15 minutes on every Friday, and do whatever you need to do. Waste Works is big, and that can get rid of all that junk. I got a bunch of junk because I moved. So anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all putting up with me and
we love you, Coach. You're the best. Have a great weekend.
Oh yeah, I know you.
I will be the first to text you when you lose.
Yeah, I ain't no doubt. But
All right, see you. As Wimp Sanderson, he joined us on the Higginbotham Hotline. You deserve solutions that are built for you. Higginbotham is your one-source solution for insurance, financial, and HR services.
More conversation. A lot of your text to get to here on this Football Friday three-man front on Jocks.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Mike Rodak from Bama 247. Bama's off this weekend. They're preparing for the Georgia Bulldogs next week. So is Georgia off this week. So it'll be interesting to hear Mike Rodak's thoughts over the previous two games as Alabama's trying to right that ship and his point spread. And I'm glad Coach got that in because now the Mississippi State Northern Illinois line has gone up. It's now so that's good for him. I was just reading Peter Raderkus from AL.com. He just tweeted a few moments ago that he is on a plane heading to Norman, Oklahoma. As they were starting their descent, the pilot came on and said, War Eagle.
Looky there.
You know, Auburn's got a big aviation
They do.
school.
I did not know
Aerospace
that.
engineering. Mm-hmm.
Sure do.
Very
A lot
cool.
of pilots.
Sciences.
A lot of pilots come out of Auburn. So,
They've actually got a program. They got a pilot's program there.
yes.
Because you've had, I know they've done special stories on they were playing at the time, Auburn football players that actually were. I think Chris Frost, the linebacker from North Carolina, several years ago, Auburn fans remember him. I think he was a part of that program.
I think there's numerous pilots for Delta that they live in Auburn.
Oh,
And they
very
make
cool.
they make the quick trip up the road to Atlanta when they're
Knew
flying out.
one that was a pilot. I don't know if she still is because she's got a family. And I think she decided maybe to retire, but she was a cheerleader at Auburn. When I was in school, and she was a pilot there for Delta.
Glad it's not for Spirit.
Don't get too close.
Nope. No.
I have been on a Spirit flight. It's unique.
They almost had an issue the other day if you saw that.
No, I did.